Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be trying out Need for Speed on a steering wheel. This is the Thrustmaster T248 and it's meant to compete with the Logitech G29 and G920. So obviously we're taking a very simulation focused steering wheel and playing the most arcade racing game. So this will be interesting. So I haven't changed any settings yet, so I might need to mess around with some stuff, but here is my McLaren 600 LT, just kind of flexing it because I actually went around and tried to get all the achievements that I could for the game. So let's give this a try. So right away, the steering wheel is sounding quite loud. I don't think it's ever really been this loud. And it's quite heavy as well. Of course, I'm using manual. So let's head out. It's so loud, I don't know what's going on. The steering wheel is heavy and it's making quite a bit of noise. But either way, it's pretty cool to be using pedal shifters though. It's really cool, because I've only been playing racing games with like an Xbox controller. And the wheel gets really loud when I brake. Maybe it's for like ABS or something, but one thing I have to say is that just because you drove a car in real life doesn't mean you'll be easily able to use the steering wheel in the game. You don't have the G-forces acting on you, so you don't really know when you're reaching the limit of grip or how fast you're going through the corner. But still, it's very nice. You can also feel how the steering wheel just kind of shakes quite a bit. Okay, now let's try some wheel settings. I went online and I found some wheel settings, so let's see if they're gonna make a really good difference with this thing. So I'll also put these settings in the description if you wanna check them out. Now I'm not gonna lie, I actually did mess around with this game before I started this video, and the wheel kind of just shakes around quite a bit with these default settings. It's kind of annoying, so let's see if this makes a difference. So obviously this is not a simulation racing game, so compared to other games I've tried like F1 22, the force feedback isn't really detailed. It just kind of acts like a real life steering wheel. It just gives you a bit of resistance, just so it feels like you're doing something that you're actually using a steering wheel on a car. But anyways, I want to change cars, so let's go. U-turn. Oh, I turned the wrong way. Whoops. One cool fact that not many people might know about is that if you're in free roam and you don't want to go back to the garage, you can just stop here at any race event and just click change car. You'll be able to change to any car in your garage without having to go through all these loading screens and all that kind of stuff. So let's try a drift car. Here is my Nissan 180SX, or is that 240? I have no idea, but yeah. Let's try drifting my car in Need for Speed with a wheel. I'm pretty decent at it with a controller, but let's see how it is with a wheel. Oh man, this thing is fast. Now, I've never drifted in any racing game before with the wheel, so this is gonna be horrible. So let's try something different. Let me try a more normal car. So, what car have I never used in my garage? I got the new GT4 RS. I mean, what came in GT4, I mean. But, so out of all these cars, which ones haven't I driven? So maybe this Lancer, maybe this thing. Honestly, this SUV surprised me quite a bit. I wasn't expecting it to be so fast, especially acceleration wise, but wow, this thing goes. So let me show you. Let me get a nice piece of road first. Alright, 25 kilometers per hour, I mean miles per hour. That means, I don't even know what that is, but yeah, here we go. So check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna launch it and you're gonna see how fast it goes. And even top speed wise, this thing is impressive. Like, I wasn't expecting SUVs to be this quick. This is actually my first ever SUV. You can see how even in the corners, even though this thing is massive, the developers just decided, okay, let's just give this thing sports car handling, even though it's just absolutely massive. So we can actually take corners quite impressively well. But wow, up close, these Need for Speed graphics just look horrible. So I actually had a choice between getting this thing and an Xbox Series S, but I decided to pick this thing up because I think for now, it's just best to keep waiting for the Xbox prices to drop. Then maybe like July, when the new F1 game comes out, I'll pick up a new console. And hopefully by then I'll be making some decent money from this channel. But right now, the only thing I can do is buy myself like McDonald's every month. 1 free McDonald's a month. That's how much I'm being paid right now to make all these videos. Oh, no ways. No ways is gonna make that. Alright, let's get some corners. Where do you have the best driving roads in this game? I have no idea, but it's definitely the mountain sections. Yes, I see it right here. And this wheel also vibrates when you're braking, just to tell you you're slowing down. Even though it's not like you're gonna lock up the brakes in a Need for Speed game, but still, it's a nice thing to have, I guess. Look at this thing. We're gonna hit 300 in the SUV. And the braking as well, it's pretty good. So, obviously I'm gonna use my favorite car, which is the Ferrari FXXK. Alright, let's try the M5 instead. So here's my BMW M5. Obviously this cloudy weather is not helping at all, but here's what it looks like. It looks so much better in the sun. But let's go and U-turn. In real life though, these kinds of white wheels would be a pain to keep clean. Now I'd say out of all the games I've played, I think Need for Speed is the one where it's kind of okay to use chase cam even though you're on a steering wheel. Because otherwise you only have like this view. Oh, this thing slides around quite a bit. Oh, I missed the turn. But you can see how fast this one goes. Even if this game doesn't have the best force feedback, it is still kind of fun to play. Even on a steering wheel. But you can tell I'm pretty new to this with how jerky my movements are. Now, apologies for the commentary. I'm not that used to doing live commentary. But let's go. So apparently this car isn't even the fastest 400 plus car you can get. Which is kind of funny considering this is the reward for completing the game. Kind of unfortunate. No, the one for level 50 I mean, sorry. However, I've used this a ton, especially for night races. 400 plus cars for night races, it's amazing. Like, you can easily outrun the cops without even trying. You just find a nice straight road and the police will be gone. Okay. Alright, let's try it. With that Ferrari V12. It doesn't sound that good in the game. Maybe this is how it sounds in real life, but I'll be honest, the rotary and the V8 engine swap sound much better than this thing. Now all of a sudden the steering wheel feels a little too light. I don't know why. Maybe this car just has too much handling and I can't make use of all of it. Alright, here's some twisty turns. so much understeer though. Maybe I should change the tires. Nice, I managed to hit the only car on the road. Nice. Got a tunnel. Yeah, the lack of force feedback really... Huh? What's up? The lack of force feedback really shows itself when you're driving a really grippy car like this. It just feels kind of dead. But I'd still say it's probably more fun than on a controller, to be honest. It might feel more dead, but it's still better than the controller. Let's try cockpit view or bonnet cam. Yeah, compared to other sim racing games, it's not that good, but yeah. Alright. One of the biggest things I have to adjust to when switching to a wheel is the fact that you're no longer just using your hands for everything. Now you have to like use your legs for braking. You have these pedals that you have to use and all that stuff. Okay, if there's one big thing that you have to get used to when it comes to driving on a wheel, it has to be the fact that you no longer use your hands for the acceleration and braking. And even then, compared to real life driving, you actually use left foot braking a lot. You have to use it to be faster, I mean. So it feels a bit weird compared to real life cars and even the gamepad. Alright, let's try another one. Oh, it's the first time I'm ever driving this car. I've never driven any of these hero cars. I just feel like they're a pointless addition to the game. They could have spent that time working on different cars, and I think some of these are better off staying in the past. Like, why do you have to keep bringing back the freaking M3 GTR? Like, if I want to experience that car, I'll go back to those old games. Especially because emulation is a thing these days. There's really no need to bring these back to modern games. I kind of enjoy this more than I expected. It feels much closer to driving a real car, even with kind of arcade physics. This thing has a Nissan GTR engine, so let's try off-road in Need for Speed one more time. One thing I definitely have to get used to is counter steering. Like, when it comes to like playing on the controller, a lot of the times the game already does some of the counter steering for you. But when you're on a steering wheel, you have to do all of that yourself. It's kind of like going from an automatic transmission to a manual when you're playing racing games. And the sounds the steering wheel makes are also quite interesting.